Hey everyone, welcome back to today's Explainer. We're doing things a little bit differently today. Instead of just, reading off a list of updates and facts, we're actually going on a geographical tour across India. We're going to physically map out exactly where the most crucial current affairs of the day are happening. Trust me, it's the absolute best way to give you the context you need to really anchor this information in your mind.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Because you might be wondering, what on earth connects a super ancient, highly aromatic grain of rice to cutting-edge AI literacy programs? Sounds like a riddle, right? But the answer actually lies in the incredibly dynamic, evolving landscape of modern India, where you've got deeply rooted heritage and rapid technological advancement happening at the exact same time, sometimes just a few states apart.
To really make sense of these seemingly disconnected updates, we're embarking on a cross-country journey today, exploring heritage, technology, and welfare. See, anchoring these daily facts to their specific regions is, without a doubt, the most effective way to grasp and remember them. When you tie a piece of data to a physical place on a map, it just sticks. It stops being a boring fact and becomes part of a much larger, way more fascinating story.
So, here's our roadmap for the day. We've got 5 stops: Kashmir's aromatic rice heritage, BRICS tourism in Jaipur, Punjab's big mental health push, Yashoda AI empowering women, and finally, honoring Tripura's architect. All right, let's hit the road. Stop number 1. We're heading up to the high altitudes for Kashmir's rice heritage, specifically taking a look at the Mushk Bhuji crisis.
Now, what's really interesting here is the actual physical profile of this grain. We aren't just talking about your standard, everyday table rice. Mushk Bhuji is native specifically to Simbagam village in Jammu and Kashmir. And get this, it thrives at an altitude of 5,000 to 7,000 feet. That is way up there. It's famous for this incredibly distinct, kind of musky fragrance and a really rich taste. And visually, it's gorgeous. Short, bold, round, almost like little light ivory pearls. It's a highly specialized indigenous crop.
But here's the catch. All that prestige, it's clashing hard with modern economic reality. Historically, this rice is elite. I mean, it's an absolute essential for the traditional Kashmiri wazwan, that massive, multi-course feast. It's the rice you serve at royal weddings and major festivals. But then, you look at the situation today. The farmers growing this historically elite crop are facing a total crisis. Prices are dropping, demand is plummeting, and honestly, the most shocking part? This struggle is happening even though the rice literally just got a coveted GI tag in 2023. It's a pretty stark reminder that even with deep cultural roots and official recognition, agricultural markets can be incredibly unforgiving.
Okay, let's shift gears and journey west to vibrant Jaipur in Rajasthan for the BRICS tourism talks and the future of global travel. So Jaipur just hosted the second BRICS 2026 Tourism Working Group meeting. This is a massive international gathering hosted by the Ministry of Tourism, happening right under India's current BRICS chairship. Now, this in-person event actually follows up on a virtual meeting they held back in May of 2026. And the big theme driving all their discussions? Building for resilience, innovation, cooperation, and sustainability. To see how they actually plan to, build that resilience and innovation, let's check out their 4 priority areas. Look at priority 1 right there, AI and tourism. I mean, wow. This proves that global tourism strategy in 2026 isn't just about deciding which historical monuments go on a sightseeing brochure anymore. They are actively integrating next-gen tech. Alongside AI, they're doubling down on sustainability, upskilling the workforce, and making travel totally seamless. The whole travel industry is modernizing at lightning speed, and these BRICS priorities show us exactly where the global investment and focus are heading.
Next up, we're guiding our tour northwest to Punjab to talk about a deeply important public welfare update: the state's mental health push through the Mukhyamantri Sehat Yojana.
So, the crucial point here really comes down to this specific demographic, 18 to 30-year-olds. The Punjab government has identified that young adults falling into this exact age bracket are incredibly vulnerable right now, and they're facing a massive spike in mental health issues. Recognizing the demographic is step 1, sure, but providing real, actionable solutions is the ultimate goal.
And that brings us to how they're actually tackling it. To understand today's move, we kind of need to look back a little bit. Back on August 20, 2019, they launched the Mantri Sehat Bima Yojana, basically a flagship state health insurance program for broad financial protection. Fast forward to today, and they are building directly on that foundation with the Mukhyamantri Sehat Yojana. Here's why this is such a game changer. The 2 biggest barriers for that 18 to 30 crowd are a lack of awareness and the sheer cost of treatment. This new scheme completely removes those hurdles by offering professional help and totally free treatment for mental health conditions. It is a super proactive, highly targeted approach to public health. Staying in Punjab, we're hopping over to Jalandhar for an incredible intersection of tech and social welfare, Yashoda AI.
Let's define exactly what this is, because it's fantastic. Yashoda AI is an AI literacy program officially launched by the National Commission for Women, the NCW, in Jalandhar. It's designed specifically to boost women's digital empowerment and get them actively participating in emerging tech fields. And actually, a quick side note, the NCW has been running and refining this vital literacy program since last year, making sure it really hits the mark for the women who need it most.
And this brilliantly illustrates the strategic thinking behind it. If you look at these 4 goals, they aren't just a random to-do list, they're a ladder. First, you start with basic digital inclusion, just bringing women into the digital fold. Once they're there, step 2, you build AI literacy. But with all that new access comes risk, right? So step 3 pivots hard into cybersecurity and digital privacy. Finally, the whole thing wraps up with everyday safe online practices. It's so logical. Each goal serves as a stepping stone, building a really robust technical foundation, so women aren't just participating in the digital economy, they're thriving in it, safely.
All right, for our final stop, we're taking a huge geographical leap across the country to the northeast. We're landing in Tripura to honor a true historical visionary.
Recently, all across the state, they've been observing the 118th birth anniversary of Maharaja Bir Bikram Kishore Manikya Bahadur. He is universally regarded and officially honored as the architect of modern Tripura. During these events, the Chief Minister heavily praised the Maharaja's historical contributions, his ideals, and his massive long-term vision for public welfare. But here's the thing. This isn't just about looking backward at history. The current government has made it crystal clear that their overarching goal today is to build a fully developed Tripura by following the exact blueprint and vision laid out by the Maharaja over a century ago.
Which brings us to the end of our geographic tour today, and leaves us with one really big overarching question. We've traveled from the struggling aromatic rice paddies of Kashmir to high-level AI tourism talks in Jaipur to free mental health care and digital empowerment in Punjab, all the way to honoring royal architectural heritage in Tripura. So, how do all these totally disparate elements, local heritage, emerging tech, and targeted welfare, how are they simultaneously shaping the future of modern India? Well, the answer is that progress doesn't happen in a vacuum. A nation moves forward exactly like this, by managing the challenges of its past while aggressively educating its citizens for the future, all at the exact same time. Think on that as you digest today's tour, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.